Hey, thanks for checking out Live on Tape Delay Presents another installment of a Houston Dynamo recap and preview show with your hosts, Rob and Ray. We're 2-0. 2-0. Rejoice in what was such a weird 3-1 win against the Columbus Crew at BBVA Compass Stadium.
I can honestly say I did not think we would be sitting here at 2-0 and 1 goal differential behind first place for the Supporters' Shield.
I gotta say it. I'm gonna come right out and say it. You get rid of Elise and Kyoto, and this team's 0-2.
Definitely.
Like, I'm jumping on the bat like they're our saviors. Come on, like, stay, be healthy, score all the goals. I'm loving it. I mean, they should not be winning these games. Like they
game one.
Sure,
sense,
game one was you can't hold that pace all season long.
Right. Game two, you're right, because Columbus, every statistical category dominated us. There wasn't even close. What was it? Double the shots, double the possession, double the tackles, double everything.
The passes, I thought the passing was awful. And then like Columbus would just beautifully kind of put one, right to the spot they were trying to, and I'm like, see, they can do it. I was like, what? And that's what started getting me concerned, is they started to move the ball pretty well, and then we were not moving it well at all. But then you get those plays. Once again, I'm going to bring it back to the Buffalo Bills, who would Tyrod get out there and just throw an 80-yard pass to Marquise Goodwin, and they scored, and they're winning 7-0, but their offense was on the field for like 30 seconds. That's not going to work.
No, but I mean, this team, I'm going to take it over to the Rockets, because to me it's almost like in the offseason the Dynamo went to Mark D'Antoni and Daryl Morey and asked them, how do you win as a fast-paced team? And that's basically what they did. Basically, let the other team do whatever they want, but we're going to just run at you as fast as we possibly can and score more points.
Now, how fast are these guys? Like, they seem fast to in the MLS, which is generally slower.
Yeah.
Like, you said was it Elise is on the Honduran national team?
Both of them, Kyoto and Elise.
Now, are they starters?
Yes.
Yes.
That's why they have such good chemistry, is because they both played at different clubs, and they joined together at Olympia, which is where we got Monique Garcia from. And then all three played for the Honduran national team off and on. But they've all been starters for a while for them.
It's definitely some flash and excitement anytime either of them, touch the ball.
Yeah, I don't really have a way to gauge their speed. Like, to give speed in soccer a comparison, I know that Hector Bellerin, the right back for Arsenal, if you're talking his 100-meter speed, if he's going full speed, he's faster than Usain Bolt. Not acceleration-wise, like he couldn't beat Usain Bolt in the 100-meter dash.
Right.
But if they were both top speed going, Hector Bellerin is technically faster. But I don't know where Elise and Kyoto rank on that scale of speed.
Very good. So, who's coming up next?
Coming up next is the leaders of MLS technically right now. They have 6 goals for, 1 goal against. They've basically had their stats mirror the Houston Dynamo. Basically, it's the Portland Timbers. It's a little terrifying because we're going to Portland.
Now that place can pack a stadium.
It can, and Portland's coming off 2 seasons ago. They were MLS champs, where they beat the Columbus Crew. So that might be a good sign that we beat Columbus also. But last season, Portland did not win a single game away from home. This season, they've already won a game away from home. Now, granted, that was against LA Galaxy, who were down to 10 men because of some iffy calls that they were dives. But it's Portland's a scary team because their front line is as fast as Houston's. Like, if you look at Cubo's goal from last week, where it was that long pass from Alex, I think it was, and it was the one touch, and he perfect curved it right past the goalie. Portland's one goal against LA was kind of similar. There was a corner kick for LA. The Sebastian Blanco got it off the corner kick, and he took 2 or 3 touches upfield, long pass to Diego Valeri. Valeri had a perfect one-touch header to Diego Chara mid-pace, going down the field, where he ran it down to the goal, passed it across the goal. Diego Valeri bumped it in. I mean, it was as good as a Cubo goal, but it was a team goal. So I mean, both teams are crazy explosive fast.
I think we're really going to be put to the test.
Now, there's 2 things I look forward to in this game. It's that
Timber Joey? Okay.
His beard is fantastic. I wish I had a beard that majestic. But one, so the red card for LA happened in the 40th minute, 42nd minute, something in there. So that means that for as explosive as Portland is, they went an entire half without scoring a second goal. Because their goal came in the 8th minute.
Right.
So they went essentially 80 minutes without scoring a goal against LA, with half that time with LA down to 10 men. So are they finishing? Are they just not capitalizing on their...
Right.
Is it just they were playing out of LA? I don't really know what's there, but the fact that they were unable to score an extra goal against a 10-man LA Galaxy, I feel alright about that.
I think sometimes you get that if you're down a man, you're going to try that much harder. And then maybe if you are up a person, you might pull back a little bit because you know you have an extra person.
Yeah,
so.
And that could easily be the case. I mean,
I talk like I've played anything ever, but that's just how I view it.
No, but I mean, it is very true. I mean, especially if you're up a goal, I mean, you're definitely not going to attack with the same
it's a long season. This is only the second match, maybe.
Yeah. And the one thing, though, that did happen as a result of this match, it may have contributed to that, may have contributed to their conservative play in the second half, was injuries. So before the season even started, Portland was dealing with, I'm going to butcher the hell out of this name, I'm just saying it now, Gabenga or Koyo. Close enough. But he's the 24-year-old Nigerian center back who was kind of supposed to take over at center back with Liam Ridgewell for Portland. He was supposed to give them that, the 2 studs at the back who were going to stop everybody. And he's played like 2 games for Portland. They got him last August. He tore his hamstring or something last season. He came back, was playing with the U23s or one of their younger teams, and then tore his Achilles in preseason. So he's out all year.
Right.
So you never even got to see the benefit of him. Well, his partner, Liam Woodwell, is now dealing with a sprained foot. So their center back starters are out this weekend. So that's immediately, I'm starting to feel a little positive. But then you throw in Vitas, which is their left back. He's dealing with a calf strain. Sorry, I'm having to read notes here because there's so many people injured that I can't remember all the names. But he's dealing with a calf strain, so he may or may not be healthy this weekend. Which if he's not, obviously you're dealing with a different left back than what their starter would be, which is a positive for Houston. And then their defensive midfielder, Guzman, is also dealing with a strained back, which again, he may or may not be healthy.
Right.
So at that point, you may be looking at, 3 of your 4 starting defenders out, your starting defensive midfielder out, and there's potentially suspensions for Diego Chara and Blanco coming, depending on what MLS decides from the LA game.
That's crazy.
So Portland could be without 6 starters for their home game against Houston.
I'll take it. Now, anyone out for the Dynamo that we know of? I was concerned last week when Beasley was out, but apparently that was just like had something else going on, kind of leave of absence kind of thing.
We're
I think
we're good. I'm gonna knock on some wood here,
right.
Because, like you said earlier, if Elise or Kyoto get hurt, we're kind of screwed. But as of right now, going into Saturday, Houston's got everybody on deck. And that's kind of the deciding factor for me. I mean, I think when you're looking at, soccer's an 11-man sport, and you're looking at potentially 6 starters being out.
it could make a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the replacements are slouches. I mean, you're talking about Darlington Nagbe coming in and
right.
things like that. I mean, it's not like you're losing a whole lot.
And I do just want to say, if you happen to see it last week, the match that was Atlanta versus Minnesota was just crazy. That's a lot of snow. I had to turn it off because it was 4-1, and I was having a hard time following the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I just can imagine that could not have felt great.
No.
Running around like that.
Yeah, but it's a good point though, because Portland's 5-1 victories over Minnesota, Atlanta's 6-1 victories over Minnesota. Atlanta also lost the New York Red Bulls to start the season. So,
Right.
is Portland that good? Is Minnesota that bad?
Yes.
LA is not that good this year overall. I mean, they just don't have the star power they're used to. They opened the season with a loss at FC Dallas, so I don't really know how to judge LA yet either, because again, it's still only 2 games in. But
All right. Well, that about wraps it up. We'll see you next time for another recap and preview show here, brought to you by Live on Tape Delay. Check out lotdpodcast.com for sports, music, beer, random discussion that you'll enjoy. We'll see you next time. Peace.